What am I doing? Okay, so I need to do this, then go here. Hello, hello, Granny D. You're the first one in here. And then pin it to the top. And I'm ready. There we go. Hello, and how are you today? I'm pretty good myself. You know, I have frogged this 3 times. Hopefully, I don't need to frog it again. But for some reason, this end always ends up looking really terrible. And I'm not sure why. So, I'm glad you're doing well. And hello, Holly from Crochet with Holly. How are you today? Okay, I am going to see if I can keep my edges straight, or if that's something you worry about later and block it with Tunisian crochet. I am not sure. But I am doing my taking my second half of the stitching going back way. I'm good at 6 a.m. Oh my heavens. It's 11:04 here. a.m. 11:04 a.m. And I bet you for Granny D, it's like 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2, about 2 o'clock. I think she's on Eastern time, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, then I'm right. Yeah, I don't need to have this up in front of my face. I'm hiding. I'm still kind of new to Tunisian crochet, along with knitting. I probably should do smaller things with this, but I wanted to branch out and do something a little bit bigger than dishcloths. So that's what I'm doing. This is going to be a baby blanket. What I'm making goes from pink, light pink to a darker pink, and then it goes to a sort of a grayish, very light gray, and then to a pink again, and then to a light purple, I think, and then to a regular purple, and then to a darker gray. Hello to you, Proverbs 31 yarn. Blessings to you too. And how are you today, Proverbs 31 yarn? Y'all can call me either JBug or Grandma JBug, whichever you want. So what is on all y'all's either hooks or needles or diamond painting pens or no, they're drill pens, not diamond painting pens. What y'all working on? Any craft? Because I realize not everybody crochets and not everybody knits. I want to try to go and do some macrameing again. When I did it before, well, I was a kid and I made plant hangers. When I did macrame. But my dad, he did some really, really beautiful wall hangings using macrame. I would love, love, love to be able to do some of the stuff he did. And I think he made his own pattern type stuff too. His JBug and hi JBug. And okay, let's do this so that I can see the whole thing. Hi JBug and everybody in the chat. How are you doing? I am doing fine today. I am working on knitting a stitch markers. Cool. Okay. 5 million whips were not enough, apparently. So I started yet another knitted shawl, David Browning's Granny D moss stitch shawl. Cool. Yeah, I do the same thing. I've got a bunch of stuff started. And goodness, this I have frogged 3 times because I can't get this side straight. I can't get either side straight. So I don't know. I don't know if, because I've got the same amount of stitches all the way. I don't know. Hello, Freehandly. How are you doing? Freehandly maid, I meant to say. But I'm thinking that maybe it's just a matter of blocking it. But I don't know. Because I can't get it to stay even. JBug, I love you. I love butterflies. Okay. Love you too. Definitely. But since I'm so new to, of course, putting a border on it would help too, wouldn't it? Because I will put a border on it. But like I said, Tunisian crochet is still kind of new to me, just like knitting is. And I'm learning a new stitch. This is the Tunisian double stitch that I'm doing. Whoa. Uh-oh. Let's go back in there because I lost the yarn off of my hook. There we go. But yeah, I guess the border would make it go straight, maybe, or blocking it, because I'm not decreasing or increasing, and I'm not changing the tension or anything. So this time when I frogged it, I wound it around the cake, which is a good idea. Hello, Julie. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. And how are you doing? And what's on your hook or needles? Right here with my thumb. Pinky. Oh my goodness. My thumb is not even involved. But yeah, I go like this to get more more yarn. Eating egg salad sandwich. Yummy. That is good. That sounds good. But see, even on this side, it seems to be going off. I don't understand. I can get a few rows to look like it's straight. Yes, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, everyone. But with this stitch, you start out like you're going to do a double stitch or double crochet, but you don't finish it because it's supposed to stay on the hook for the return row. But I'm trying to make everything the same. Kind of hard to tell from the back because the pattern's not on the back, it's on the front. But I really like Tunisian crochet because I don't have to turn my work. I just do a return row. And that okay, I can see it better here. But yeah. Hello, Michelle Sleeper. How are you today? Welcome in. Glad to see you. Glad to see everybody. I am happy y'all are here. If any one of y'all would like to come up on the panel with me, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. Good, thanks. Glad to see you too. Finally, some off time. Good. That's always nice when you can get some off time. Yeah, I changed my the way I was holding my hook for regular crochet from a pencil hold to a knife hold because, I mean, when you do Tunisian crochet, you do a knife hold, and when you knit, you do a knife hold on the needles. So, yeah, just trying to be uniform. Everybody saying hi to each other. And, well, that looks pretty good. That looks straight. Good. Okay. Don't forget to check out my Ravelry. I have a few patterns. And more that I need to write, but haven't gotten around to it yet. But I will soon. Okay, that's where I am. I am not on my return row. I am on my row heading forward. I'm going to put my face on, find something for lunch, but I'll be here. May come up with you, do those couple things. Okay, cool. I don't have a lot of light, and that's why I bring this up close to my face. So as I can see, you need to make lunch? Okay, yeah. Sounds good, Free Handley and Granny D. I should have made my lunch before I came on, but I totally forgot. Yes, I have to go to the eye doctor at 3, so it took an entire day. I know the work will still be there. Oh, yeah. Isn't it always? I feel like I'm kind of on an early retirement. Don't know if I want to go back to work. Because, like, all my education is outdated. And I can't lift 50 pounds or more. So that cuts out a lot of jobs. Good afternoon. I love to crochet. Oh, wait a minute. Tank. I almost forgot. Or Susan. But I like Tank better. Although I do like the name Susan. If my boys had been female and girls, I would have named my oldest son, instead of James, he would have been Jennifer. And my other son, my younger son, instead of Michael, he would have been Michelle.
Oh, really?
Yes, you would have, Michael. If you had been a girl, but you're not a girl.
Oh, really?
So, how are you all doing? How are all y'all doing? That's the only way I can think of to say it. Oh boy. This yarn likes to stick to itself. That's where I am. Okay. I should make myself an eye appointment and get my eyes checked. Yeah, that 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 works. I should have said that. Yes. So what's on everybody's hooks or needles, or what are you crafting up today? Or maybe you're doing housework or laundry or whatever. I should get done today, but it's not going to happen. Oh, Michael, you need to switch your loads. Or did you put laundry in?
I did.
Yes. Making granny squares. Cool. Hello, Sandrine. Nice to see you. Welcome in. And how are you today? And what's in everybody's cups or water bottles? I know not everybody puts water in your water bottles. I'm testing a cowl, drinking coffee, still in jammies. Yep. I need to make another granny square blanket. I gave my mitered granny square blanket away as a wedding gift. So I need to make a new one. Coffee, cool. I'm not a coffee drinker. I usually, if I'm going to drink something like that, I drink tea. And I like my tea straight. I don't like sugar in it, and I don't like cream, or unless it's, well, I do like Starbucks had this wonderful tea tea whatever it is, and they put 2 shots of vanilla in it. Worried about your aunt and mom. Your mom is worried about her sister, so I'm worried about both. Lord help us. Does she have COVID, or I should make a scrappy granny from all your scraps? Yeah. Let's see. Prayer request. Okay, there we go. I put that on my prayer list. And let's stop for a second and pray. No, my aunt went to the hospital with blood sugar. Oh, that's right. Yes. Let's pray. Dear Lord, I pray that you would be with Sandrine's aunt. Lord, she's in the hospital with her blood sugar being really high, and she's in the ICU. Lord, I pray that you would put your healing touch upon her, bring her blood sugars down, and just help her to heal, Lord. And I pray that you would be with Sandrine's mom and Sandrine. Lord, they are worried about Sandrine's aunt right now. And I pray that you would calm their spirits and give them peace, Lord. And help them through this time, no matter what the outcome. Help them through and comfort them, Lord. Comfort them. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. Okay. Amen. Yes. Yeah, I sometimes worry about my mom because she is a very brittle type 1 diabetic. Um, yeah. And I don't know why I'm starting to get tears in my eyes at this point. Sandrine, I put it on my prayer list, so I will. Oh, your mom's a diabetic also. Wow. At this point, I'm fighting to not gain weight because I don't want to be diabetic myself. You're right, Michelle. You're right. I definitely need to do that. Huh? My problem is I'm addicted to sugar. I am. If not, you need to watch your diet so you don't turn diabetic. Yeah, me too. You mean you have diabetes or you're trying not to? Whoops. Oh, the addiction to sugar. Yes. Anything with sugar in it. And you don't want it. Yeah. I don't either. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's right. I have not taken my meds yet. Hmm. You don't have it and you don't want it. Yep. What am I doing? I forgot what I was doing. Hello, Shonda. Several things factor in heredity, and habits, which right now my habits are terrible. My eating habits. How are you today, Shonda? And have you been able to do any crocheting or? Excuse me, everybody. My weakness is breads. Yes, that's another weakness of mine. And see, the thing is, my husband likes to have sugar in the house. So, it's hard, very hard to say no to it. Definitely. So you haven't been crocheting yet. Okay. Whenever you're ready to start back doing it, you don't have to be you love bread just out of the oven. Yeah, the hot bread is good. I really love bread with lots of butter. Yes, I love bread with lots of butter. Has to be totally covered. I mean, none of this not going all the way to the ends. When it cools out, I'll be making whole wheat breads. Cool. No bread, pasta, or potatoes for me. I need to get back to that because I was doing that. And it got me to my goal weight, but then I started adding that stuff back in, and I've gained back at least 20 pounds. So, if your health lets you, yes. I got hit with a lot of diets at one time. They overlap, but still cardiac, kidney, bowel, migraine, diabetic, and weight loss diets. At first, I just wanted to cry, but I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah, my doctor told me that I have sodium oxalate crystals in my urine. So I'm going to have to stop eating chocolate and stop eating all of that stuff, like no more caffeine. So the Mountain Dew needs to go bye-bye, even though I drank some today. And because of my GERD, I need to not be drinking carbonated stuff. Yeah, I think there was like 3 or 4 diets that I was on because at one point I was pre-diet and they had me on a cardiac diet in the hospital. I couldn't understand why. Oh, you have congestive heart failure, it seems. Oh, I don't have the heart stuff, but I've got GERD and you don't drink caffeine. Well, even like the sparkling water, the flavored sparkling water, I should not be drinking. And then I've had, what do they call it? Postural hypotension. the doctor just took me off of the medication for that because my blood pressure actually went up too high. And GERD is wicked, it is. My husband's got it worse than I do. And then the asthma. Just water and sometimes Sprite. Yeah, I should be laying off all the carbonated stuff. You have high blood pressure. I guess my blood pressure went up a little bit too high for my doctor's comfort. So, because I was on a medication that would retain the sodium, in my body. And apparently, I've been retaining too much. And my blood pressure went to like 140 over something. I think it was 140 over 80 or 90 when I was at the doctor's office. That's true. Your legs are swelling bad. Yeah. Is that because of the high blood pressure or salt or something? $140 over 80. No, I don't want to try that. My husband has had a blood pressure at 200 over something before. Do not want to be there. I have right bundle branch block. It affects how efficient the heart can pump blood. It affects the right side of the heart's ability to move blood to the lungs. Oh, I missed my blood pressure was really good this last time, 124 over 78. Happy. Yeah, I was having, before I ended up on the medication that I just got took off of, my blood pressure was like 90 over 80. And then when I walked to the doctor's office two different times, it was like 70 over 40, or or in that range. So yeah, and things are going fast here. What did Granny D say? I love how Restream backgrounds look. Wish my Chromebook would cooperate with it, as I would prefer it over StreamYard just for the coolness factor. Yeah, same here. I agree with you, Knit, Pearl, and Squirrel. I do too. It's HBP, the fluids fluid makes me swell, hence the CHF. Okay. Then I have polycythemia, which I overproduce red blood cells. Oh, yeah. Prayers for both of you. Hi, Dee. Okay, people saying hi to each other. Yep. Hello to all. Been here, but looking for something good to eat. I also have rhinitis, so my sinuses drain into my throat. It gets worse when the weather changes, which we did a lot of here in Western Washington. Western Washington is on the west side of the Cascades, and Eastern Washington is the east side of the Cascades. Now, oh, that's why that's working, I think. It should work right through there. Okay, I got it, I think. Okay, yes, there is one down there. And it looks like it's staying straight, but there's a lot of space between the second to last and last. That's what it was doing earlier. Oh, my sinus drainage has been awful. Yeah, it does get awful. Okay, I am going to do this. That way they don't disappear too early. What am I making this? Hopefully, if I don't have to frog it again, is going to be a baby blanket. This Tunisian hook. I could make a twin size blanket with this, and maybe even bigger, because I mean, you can bunch it up. Let's see. Yeah, and then they cause tummy issues. That's sinus drainage. That's true. Yes, it does, Granny D. Or for me, anyways. Yep. That is really pretty, Julie. Oh, thank you. I am using this yarn. It's a self-striping. I can't remember. I don't think it's a mandala. No, mandala yarn. Driving and listening. Okay, you be careful. That is really pretty. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's just I have troubles getting this edge to look nice, and I don't understand why. I just don't. I don't. But such is life. Such is life. It looks like it's not going to get too much of a whiteness there because of the 1 in a million something called Pott's puffy tumor. I had surgeries, and that's what that, from right between my eyebrows. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I can't do that on here. I've got to make it small again. Okay. Now, is that the one? Because of the 1 in a million condition I had called Pott's puffy tumor, I had to have 3 sinus surgeries, and that's what the unsightly scar is from right between my eyebrows. I no longer have the what? Sinus in my left forehead. Oh, okay. And let's see. My Tunisian always curled. I am using this is a Tunisian double stitch, and this stitch does not curl real bad. It's kind of like the simple stitch. You're using the simple stitch, but you're taking, like you do in the regular crochet, double crochet, you're taking a piece of yarn before you stick it into the what? No. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought I took it down. Okay. There we go. Got to do that. Okay. Now it's correct. And let's go to the new messages. Yeah, I got a book that has all kinds of Tunisian stitches in it. And this is one of the stitches that I've learned. And it's not too hard. Not too hard at all. Still doing moss stitch with my crochet, but at least I'm creating a triangular shawl using David's pattern. Okay. Yahooey! I've never tried moss stitch. Your moss stitch always looks beautiful, Dee. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot that I was on my way back and not. Yeah. How funny that is. I've only tried Tunisian once. It curled terribly, which I understand is the nature of that particular stitch. I'll have to try a different stitch. What you do is, because it has a habit of doing that, when you're done with the project, you do a border around it with a regular crochet hook, and it turns out pretty good. And you wash it, and after the first time you wash it, you block it, and it comes out pretty good. I've done some dishcloths, and like after the first time using the dishcloth, you don't get as much of the curl. It goes away after a while. But the stitch I'm doing now, I haven't seen a lot of curl with it. This is the Tunisian double stitch. I just have trouble getting my left side to look right. It's already starting to, yeah. Maybe I should stick to the small things like the dishcloths. Because for some reason that doesn't happen too badly with the dishcloths. It's these bigger, longer, wider things that I have it happening with. But yeah. I guess maybe it's the yarn I'm using. I don't know. I should have saved the band around my yarn. It would have made things a little easier. Because now I don't remember what kind of yarn it is. Whether it's a mandala yarn or Karen's self-striping or what have you. I don't remember. I got some Target yarn for hats. Works up well so far. Yeah. Well, with my regular crochet, I mean, this stuff works up just fine. It's just the Tunisian crochet that I have troubles keeping the sides even. But yeah, Target has yarn. I'm going to have to go look because I still have some money on a gift card. Granted, it's not much money, but it would be cool to have some yarn from Target. I looked, but I couldn't find it. Oh, online. Okay. Well, I will go to Target online and see if I can get some yarn. That would be cool. Definitely. Because I went walking all over Target trying to find yarn and I couldn't. So I'm going to have to go to the online store. Definitely. Definitely. I found a few things to get. I mean, like these, my flip-flops that I'm wearing now. I got those from Target. And a few other things, but I don't have them right here with me right now. So, yeah, I'm going to have to. If your store has it, it should be by the arts and crafts near the stationery. I don't think I saw the arts and crafts even. Maybe I just didn't look hard enough. But I don't want to walk the store again, so I am going to look at the online store. There we are. Okay. If I hold it like that, the sides are okay. But both sides seem to like to go cockeyed. Goodness gravy. Have a tickle in my throat. You like the color? I do too, actually. I like, I'm not really usually a pink person. Yeah, I think the border will fix it because, like I said, my tension, I have good tension. So it's not the tension. And I will give it a pretty border. Yeah, definitely. I think you're right. A border should fix it. And if not, I can block it. Definitely. You know, all these stitches look so great in the book. And then when I do it, but I guess they take a picture of like the middle of the project. I think that's what they do. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know what I did with the dishcloths that I made? They were made of cotton, and I took and folded them and made everything even, and I set it down and just had it like that for a while. I didn't get it wet or anything. And after that, all but the one with the knit stitch, um, straightened out. The one with the knit stitch, it sort of, I mean, the ends went, the in, the ends went in. But when I got to the corner, the end is back out. So it's just the middle of it that is like that. And with this, if it's on the hook, it straightens out. Yeah. But a border and blocking just might work with this. I frogged this 3 times and I am not going to do it again. If it looks funky, it looks funky. My third time frogging it, I got smart and I wound it around here instead of having it in a pile. I am extra hungry right now. I think it's because I stopped having 2 bowls of cereal for breakfast. Hello, inherited stitches. So I think I need to get something to eat and take my meds. But the kitchen is just right behind me there. My kitchen is like a hallway. Oops. My light needs to travel with my computer. Okay, you can see more of it back there behind me. So we use the kitchen to go from one side of the house to the other. One side has the living room, um, my bedroom, and the bathroom. And the side I'm in now has the dining room, what we call our back room, and my son's bedroom. But we have the kitchen uh, um, galley style. I don't know what a galley style kitchen is. It's more of a hallway than anything. I don't know if a galley style kitchen is like that or not. My grandkids are over. They are like, I want to help, and they get their stools that my husband made for them, and they stand on their stool so they can help. They're 4 and 5 years old. And I'm thinking that my oldest grandson has started school. I think they started yesterday. Is it annoying to cook and other things when the kitchen functions as a passageway? Yes. And it gets irritating, especially when the little ones want to help. I didn't let my kids help when they were little, and now my grandkids want to help. And it just gets like, just get away from me. I don't need the help. Chaos, yes. They both want to help and they both want to put things into what I'm making. And it just is like, I just can't do it. My husband can, but I can't. No, don't touch that. Yes, you'll get scalded. Or no, don't touch that. You'll spill it all over the place. Or, you know, yeah, definitely. Because I never let my kids help me when they were little. And my grandkids are like very, yes. My grandkids are very, they're more pushy than my kids were. I mean, they go and get their stool and they get up there, and it's like, I am going to help whether you want me to or not, type thing. My kids, when they were that age, really weren't interested unless my husband was making pancakes. And then they would, they would help. That knife is sharp, yes. And I think it's getting warm outside because I am hot. I can't see. I think that says 72 degrees inside. Because, oh, what am I doing? Let's put that in there. There we go. It's near 100 here. Blah. Yeah. Yeah, my daughter loves to help my husband make pancakes. She has her own little apron and stands on a chair. Yep. My oldest grandson just started kindergarten, and my youngest grandson is 4. So, yeah. Well, even at 71, and the fact that I have hot flashes, it just doesn't go together. It sure doesn't. Swamp cooler is working well. What in heaven's name is a swamp cooler? Michael, I need you to turn that on, please. Yes. I need to cool my body off. Can't concentrate on anything. And I mean, my hands are such that the yarn isn't going through them as easily as it was. So it uses evaporation and a huge fan to cool. Cool. Hello, Sandy. Nice to see you. Welcome in. And how are you doing today? And I am going to take my meds real quick. It's just down the hall. Right here. And it's empty. And this. Okay. Doing good. That's good. It didn't turn on for some odd reason, Michael.
Why?
I don't know, but it's on now. Okay. Now the air conditioning is on. So the lower the outside humidity, the better it works. Oh. It's a box hanging outside the kitchen window. It has a media-like foam sort of inside, and a hose draws water into it. Okay. Yeah. Doing good. How about you? I am hot. But otherwise, I'm doing okay. You know what? I'm hungry too. And I think I want to do a different project. So I'm going to put that there. And my knitting needles. Get some chow. It's really difficult to crochet in that kind of heat. Yeah, I mean, it's not real hot, but outside it's 61 degrees, but inside it's 72. And it just, when I'm having hot flashes, it just doesn't, yeah. It doesn't help. I have a portable AC blasting at me, or I would burst into flames. Yeah. God bless Dayquil. I was feeling pretty bad still earlier. I can't take it anymore, so I dosed with Dayquil so I can get things done. Good idea. Open a window? Nah, because unless the wind's blowing, yeah. Yes. Menopause is terrible. I hate it. Laundry piling up. Gotta do it. Yes. I totally understand that. Been there. You know, I don't think I have the right size knitting needles for this yarn. And these are 6.5 millimeter. I wanted to use straight needles. I mean, I have, that's another thing that begins with men, and they're mostly negative. Turn the fan on, or else. I turned the air condition on. During the day, I just need it because my husband, like, yes. And I mean, with the menopause and the menstruate, they shouldn't call it that because it's women who get it, right? Men don't have to suffer through that. I love those Susan Bates needles. I can't find them anywhere. Oh, these were my grandmother's years and years ago. Andropause? What in heaven's name is that? I ain't never heard of that. I like the topper on the better than the boys. Ah. Yeah, what is andropause? Never heard of it. Andropause is similar to menopause as men over a certain age have a declining testosterone, which causes problems. Ah, okay. Then maybe that's what my husband's problem is. Stepped out for a bit, eh? But excuse me. I was so trying to hold that one in. Yeah, I was trying not to do that. It could be that my GERD is acting up instead of me being hungry, but I don't think so. Like in truck driver, impressive. It's my GERD. Um, yeah, it's something that happens to me all the time. And, you know, I try to do it quietly and not let it, you know, out. And I can't do it. I just can't. My sister gave me a big long lecture one time. And yep, I'm using too big a needles though for what I'm doing here. This is 6.5 millimeter, it says. My husband doesn't mind if I have to. I don't get upset with him either. Actually, we laugh about it. Yeah, we just sort of don't even notice it. Um, we used to rate each other's belches. Well, you know, it used to be that when I belched like that, I would, on a live, I would tell everybody I stepped on a bullfrog. Got to send it to the vet or take it to the vet. But yeah, got to take it to the vet. It's just one of those things that happen. May as well laugh about it. Oh gosh, my sister gave me a lecture. She said you should do them quietly and keep your mouth closed. Yada, yada, yada. But I find that it doesn't work. I mean, it just doesn't. Oh, of course, now I say, well, that frog just jumped up there and kicked me in the gut. And it comes from here, you know? It's that GERD thing. Yep. Impossible to freak out about tooting with a Labrador retriever in the house. My goodness, he propels himself with natural gas. Gosh, it's hard to type when I am sneezing. Uh-huh. Gotcha. Yeah. I can't type when I'm sneezing. Okay. You'll see me in the kitchen, and I will talk to you from the kitchen because I need some food. I do. Peanut butter. I gotta stop eating the chocolate, but I'm gonna put chocolate on it anyway. Peanut butter, chocolate syrup, and honey is what I am making my sandwich. Peanut butter, chocolate, and honey. Butter. And it's got to spread all the way to the edges. If you hear laughing in the background, that's my son Michael. Just so y'all know, there's my chocolate syrup. And now my honey. There's not much honey left. Yep, that's where that goes. And the chocolate goes in first, then this. Oh my. I see all kinds of potato chips and other kinds of chips up there. Just what I didn't need to see. And got to spread it all the way to the ends. And here it is. Peanut butter, honey, and chocolate syrup. He toots himself up the stairs. Oh my goodness. Mmm. Pickles fiend, hey? My favorite is sour cream and onion. And next after that is the classic or regular or whatever. And then barbecue. Hmm. Uh-oh. My chocolate is leaving me. Hmm. Yeah, I have. It's good. We don't have any, but we do have chocolate syrup. It's evil. Okay. Well, I think the honey makes it even more runny. Yeah, it's easy to just eat a boatload of it without even thinking. It's so good. Yeah. Get a cracker or something and mm-hmm. Mm. Okay. Now I am going to be right. I want to get other needles that I have. Okay. 6.5 millimeter. Um, here's one set. Here's another set. Here's the bigger of the three. This is a number 8. I don't know how many millimeters that is, but these are boys. And this is a 9. Oh, this is the larger of the three, I think. Don't know how many millimeters that is. And this is a one's a 7 and one's an 8, I think. So these can't be used. But I think these will be better for my, which ones were the 9? Okay. For the project I was doing. So, except they're not as long. Why can't they make them longer? Oh well. Let's take this off. So the long tail cast on is the only one I know. So that's the one I'm going to do. I'm pulling on the wrong thing. So I'm going to use the long tail cast on. And where is... Okay, there it is. Which one of these is which? They've got to be separated. There we go. Okay. Oh, it untied. Well, that's... Now, instead of making a baby blanket, I am going to make a scarf with this. Just saw a mouse in the kitchen. Oh my. Yikes. Yeah, I scream when I see them too. Nasty furry varmint. Yeah. We get them in our attic, and sometimes they find their way down into the walls. And sometimes, well, they don't anymore because my husband plugged that hole up, but they used to find their way into our bathroom, into the bathtub. And the last time that happened, I about lost it. My cat has been on the hunt big time lately. I had a feeling there was a mouse. She loves to hunt them. Well, cool. She should have found that one. And I was shaking and yelling. I saw a mouse. It went behind the stove. It's super mad. He's super mad. He has tried to block off any entrances. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen a mouse in here. Yes, its days are numbered. My husband has put, up in the attic, has put poison up there, because that's where they come from, is the attic. They like to live up there. Wait a minute. But I did yell for the cat to come, LOL, as if she would understand. I'm gonna get her. Be back in I don't know what the last B means, but bit. Be back in a bit. Gotta get the cat. She's got to get that mouse. Or is it a he? She. I have seen the knit cast on, but I would have to watch it 50 million times to remember how to do it, like I did with the long tail cast on. It was like every time I wanted to knit, I had to watch it. Now I remember how to do it when I try, which is kind of nice. I like that. I love remembering how to do something without having to watch how to do it. Definitely, I do. I'm a little slow at it because, like I said, I'm new to knitting. And with this fuzzy stuff, it probably doesn't matter whether I knit or purl or do both, because you won't really be able to see whether I've done one or the other. That to me almost sounded like band teacher in school. To get our attention, that's what they would do. Yep. If anybody would like to join me up here, the link is at the top of the chat. I have a bit more time that I can be on, because I've got to pick up my friend Shirley at 2:30. So So I have a little bit more time that I could be on. If someone would like to join me. If not, that's okay. I understand. I totally understand. I think this is the right size. Lazy cat. Didn't want to hunt the mouse, eh? That's too bad. And I guess I can get maybe one more on here. Well, no. I do not understand, though, how on a wider hook it took up this whole thing, but yet takes up less space on a less wide hook. That to me is kind of weird. I hope her hunt is successful. Nighttime is my cat's party time, though. Yes, actually, that's true. Cats like to do their stuff at night. Nocturnal. I guess. Now, let's put my needle in there, around. To the victor goes the spoils. Yep. Very true. There won't be a lot of evidence of her success, though. She eats her kills. Oh. Well, if that's what she does, then you don't have to pick it up and put it in the garbage or get rid of it any other way. When she takes one out, she hunches over it and glares at everyone as if to say, I killed it, it's mine. Wow. Yeah, well, our dogs, when we had them, they were half German Shepherd, half Alaskan Malamute. They would play with mice for a while and then kill it, but they wouldn't eat it. And when I went out into the yard to clean up their mess, the dog mess, I would find dead mice in the yard. I would bury it with the dog do. Yeah, I saw them one time. And I did not know that dogs did that until that day. I was like surprised. Free fertilizer, yeah. Okay, I've done that already. I just need to do this. I wish my dog could catch them. He is not built for that kind of speed. My lab coonhound kills stuff in the backyard and eats it, which is so gross. Oh, that is definitely. Definitely. Ew. But just watching the dogs play with that mouse and hearing that mouse squeak was like, I felt sorry for the poor thing. Out of his mouth and started screaming. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the poor thing. Yep. But it didn't leave very. Oh, okay. Hello.
Hey, JBug.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fabulous. You?
I'm doing good.
I am so excited. I'm always doing mouse stitch, right?
Yeah.
But I'm always doing the rectangle. I got a new shape.
Triangle.
Well, it's David Browning's pattern. When I issued that mouse stitch challenge back in May, he made a pattern and named it after Granny D's mouse stitch shawl. So I had to buy the pattern, of course.
Oh.
Which was a nominal fee. And then Fiber Spider did a tutorial on it. So I just.
Oh, cool.
And he did a variation of it too. David's is obviously from bottom up.
Mm-hmm.
And Fiber Spiders, Craig's, is from top down.
Ah.
Yay, Inherited. And who else we got? Sorry, I had to
I'm not sure who else is in here.
I've been back and forth.
I think most everybody is what do they call it?
Didn't have as many folks
in the bushes.
I was tickled you had a goodly amount of people there for a while.
Yeah.
I'm often lurking on yours, but sometimes I don't. I'll have to start coming up. But sometimes it's because I'm, busy with something or can't really comment. Just watching.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Bye and leave some thumb love. And
Shonda's still here. Good.
Who is?
And Shonda.
Oh, it's Katrina here. Hey, Katrina and Shonda.
Yeah.
And Inherited. Everybody. TGIF, even though I'm retired, it's just another lovely day in the neighborhood. I'm so glad I could retire early. The pace really stunk. Thank you, Jesus, for that. That's the one good thing about turning 62. Social Security check. And dumb me, I could have been getting it since my birthday was in March, and I just now applied back in July with my daughter's help. I was thinking it was going to be all kind of. Well, I checked it, and I thought on the for real site that it said you needed all these different documents, and I'm terrible. You there?
Yeah, I am now.
Okay. But it said you needed all this stuff, like your birth certificate, all these documents that, of course, I didn't have, my birth certificate and stuff you ought to have, but you have moved and divorced, and, who knows where your stuff is. And it said you needed your birth certificate, your like marriage license, if you're divorced, your divorce paperwork. So and I'm hobbling. I get around like I'm 92 years old with these feet. I got a terrible problem with my feet. They hurt so bad. But anyway, so here I am hobbling around to the Register of Deeds, then had to go up a million. Well, they had a ramp, but still it was huge, a long ramp to get to the courthouse to get the divorce paperwork. And I didn't need any of that stuff. You know what I had to have when we did it online? And that's what I thought I was looking at when I saw that I needed all that paperwork. When my daughter was here with me, I was just always afraid I'm going to screw something up. I used to be so good. I used to do everybody else's stuff like that. I don't know. But anyway, when we got on there, all I needed was, all we had to do was take a picture of my driver's license, front and back. That was the end.
Oh.
It was so easy.
What was this for?
Getting my Social Security check.
Oh.
Which is double the amount I thought it was going to be. It's almost, within like $500 of what I get as my pension from teaching.
Oh.
I mean, it's like almost like getting another pension check. It's good.
Yeah.
I shouldn't brag too much because who knows how long it'll last. But
yeah.
And there's plenty of things that have to be paid for but at least I'll have it coming in that I can start getting some big bills paid off. Well, you think that, and then something like this month, my first time I got the check, my van had to have work, and it was over $900. But my brother is so wonderful. He went in half with me. He's been so good to help me through these years that I haven't got, just been living on that one check with. It would have been feasible if I didn't have all the bills that I had, medical bills and this, that, and the other. But so he's been helping me for years.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would have done without my big brother. Done without a whole lot of stuff.
My brother's younger than me. My sister's older.
My brother's 4.5 years older than me.
My sister's 3 years older than I am.
And she's
3 years and 4 days.
She's the one that was giving you heck about burping.
Yes.
Oh my God. I mean, it's one of those bodily functions. You just can't really help it.
Yeah.
I have the other problem, and that's way worse. When you can't control that, when you just be walking along, it happens.
Yeah.
which I'm by myself most of the time, so that's all right. But it did happen in front of a plumber one time, and I thought I would die.
When you're in a store,
yeah,
that's the worst time. It's
you're
like,
just
oh,
praying nobody
Lord have
comes along
mercy.
and smells you out.
And you try to hold it in, but
when you said stepped on a bullfrog, my ex and I used to say that for the other.
oh,
One of us would, well, stepped on a bullfrog.
oh, yep.
I hate Inherited. It's been so sick, bless her heart.
Yeah.
Her hubby had I think they've got the flu or just really bad colds.
Something like that.
Tested negative for corona, and I'm glad about that.
I am too.
But my daughter did too at first, and then not. Of course, I don't wish that on anybody.
I think this would make a pretty scarf.
Yeah, that is pretty. What stitch are you using?
The knit. I'm gonna just do
plain
knit.
All knit.
Yes.
Garters.
What is that called again?
Garter.
Garter. Yes. Not stockinette.
I love stockinette. Now I love to do garter because it's just knit, 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 knit. If you do it in the round, you get stockinette, and all you have to do is knit. Because since you're doing it in the round, I'll be quiet. You're gonna call right back, and it's just a recording. Yeah, when you're doing it in the round, you're doing it in a spiral, so you're kind of doing front and back, so you get stockinette look, but you're only knitting.
Yes, like when you are
doing a hat
using a loom.
Yeah. Or when you're using circulars to make a hat.
Yes, I'm still new at this, so.
Well, I've got, when you're ready to do a really, really, really easy shawl, I mean, it can't get any easier. It's got, you cast on 2, you put a stitch marker on, and you cast on another 2, and it's a 1-row repeat. The only thing the only thing other than knit stitches is a yarn overs every now and again.
Yeah. And now the only cast on I know at this point is the long tail.
Well, at least you know that. I never knew that one. I always used, I forgot what you call it, but you just do it with your finger. My gosh, look at my picture. Like I'm having a seizure. I'm on my Chromebook, and it does crazy things with Restream. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
That picture. I was going to try to go.
It doesn't like Restream.
Not at all. I was going to try to go on my phone outside because it's so nice outside, but it wouldn't even let me go on with my iPhone.
Oh. Yeah.
I wouldn't try, but that is terrible. Let me get off and try it again.
Okay. It happens. Yeah, I used to go live in the living room, and I stopped doing it because in the middle of the live, it would want to stop, and it would do weird things. The kitchen, the dining room is closer to where the router is. So I do it in the dining room, and I still had a problem today. Yep, don't forget to check out my Patreon and my Ravelry. I've got a few patterns that I've written. They're crochet patterns. Don't think I know knitting well enough yet to write a pattern for that. And I do have 2 Patreon members. So if you would like to be a member of my Patreon, there is the link. And I need to get my members not enough coffee for that effect. Yeah, that was, maybe I will follow that pattern. I'm supposed to do 2 rows of knit and 2 rows of purl, then 2 rows of knit, then 2 rows of purl. It's a beginner's pattern. I have made a what are those called? Do-rag knitting before. I made it for someone who, was going through chemo and losing her hair and everything. But she is in heaven right now. I'm the only one who remembers Max Headroom. I don't Who is Max Headroom? TV show? Because it's been quite a few years since I've watched TV, really. Hello, Sandrine. Nice to see you. Welcome back. You remember him, Shonda? Was it a TV show that he did or what? Okay, now, oops, not 2 together. the world am I getting two together? That didn't work very well. '80s thing, maybe something I wasn't allowed to watch. I don't know. I mean, that name sounds familiar. Hey, Kim. How you doing? How do you explain Max, Granny? Granny D. Max Headroom is a British fictional artificial intelligence AI, okay, character known for his wit, stuttering, and electronically something altered voice. He was introduced in early 1985. Huh. I don't remember watching it. Hello, Kelly. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. How are you today? So, y'all, I frogged what I had on these bigger needles, and I'm using a better size needle, smaller size, and I think it's coming out much better. And this is going to be a scarf. Um, yeah. You guess you're okay? So this will be, actually it's a cowl, the pattern that I'm following. It's for, it says beginner on it in big letters. Yeah, I'm a beginner knitter, even though I have made a do-rag before. That one was a really easy pattern. I think it was all knit stitch, so it was garter stitch that I'm looking for. But I think this is a little bit of both. Don't come off of that needle. I ain't ready yet. So, Kelly, are you not feeling well? Okay. It's getting closer and closer to 2 o'clock, which is when I've got to leave. So, 2.5 hours I've been on here. Wow. A long time. Just going through some stuff. It's okay. Well, I'll keep you in my prayers. And I'll do it as an unspoken request. And let the Lord, the Holy Spirit, tell me what to pray. It's not as hard to do a pearl with this. These these needles. I'm trying to use crochet lingo with knitting, and it doesn't work. It don't work. Okay. So, everybody, I have got to get some things done before I leave the house in about, in a half hour. So, I've got to head out. Thank you, everybody, for coming in and spending some time with me. And is there somebody we can raid? Let me see. Yikes. Is there somebody we can raid? Wrong place. We can raid David Browning. That sounds great. He's doing not really spontaneous Friday. Not sure what that means, but we can raid David, copy, and paste. And there we go. Yeah, I enjoyed everybody, and thank you for coming up on the panel for a while, Granny D. I enjoyed that. And we will see all y'all later. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And may God bless you. Definitely.